Hello everyone, I am Megan, and I've been teaching guitar lessons on YouTube here for a little bit, and we've been doing a lot of lessons kind of geared towards people who are past that beginning stage, going into intermediate, a little bit of advanced stuff, just kind of a little bit of everything, but I really wanted to take some time to focus on very introductory guitar stuff for those of you that maybe just got guitars and are just excited to play. For one thing, I'm excited for you, and I'm happy that you're joining us today. This might be your first guitar lesson, which awesome is awesome if it is. The only thing we're not going to cover in this lesson is tuning specifically. I'm going to do a separate video on tuning to help you through that process. We're going to talk about the very basics. So this is just as if you first got your guitar and you're learning how to play, you're excited. We'll start out with the basics of like string names, how to hold the guitar, how to hold the pick, picking the strings, and then we'll finish up with the guitar player's national anthem, also known as Smoke on the Water. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Holding the guitar. So, holding the guitar, one of the most common things that I see is people try to lean their guitar a little bit like this toward them so they can see the fretboard and the strings easier. You want to actually try to keep your guitar sort of parallel to your body, right? It should be pretty comfortable. I kind of rest mine on my leg when I'm sitting down, and you can get a strap if you're going to be standing up. And even when you're sitting, you might want to use a guitar strap too, by the way. Right hand technique. You're going to want to use a guitar pick. That's just my personal preference. There's lots of ways to do this. Some people use their fingers, some people use individual finger picks. Really depends on the style you're looking to play. But for me, we're going to use a guitar pick. So holding the pick. If you go ahead and make a thumbs up, good job. You're going to go ahead and put the pick sort of right there. I'm trying to really show this to you guys here on the camera. About right there with like kind of the point coming out of your first finger knuckle, right? And your thumb's going to go on top. This will kind of settle into a comfy position for you. It'll be unique for you. But that's a good starting point, okay? Then we're going to start out by picking the strings and naming the string names, okay? So we're going to start out with low E. Now, a lot of times people think, oh, low E is probably the lowest string on the guitar. It's actually the lowest sounding string on the guitar, so it's actually the string that's up top. This is our low E, also known as our bottom string, okay? Because it sounds low. That's how guitar works. When you have a lower sound, we refer to it as the low string. When you go to a higher sound, it is the high string, right? And same thing works like when you're playing down the fretboard, it sounds lower. When you're playing up the fretboard, it sounds higher, okay? So we're always referring to the note and the pitch as high or low. So let's go ahead and pick these strings though. So we got our low E. Go ahead and use your right hand. We're not worried about the left hand right now. And you're going to go ahead and pick that string 4 times. Here we go. And go ahead and just say low E. Low E. Our next string, this is our 5th string, is going to be the A string. So go ahead and say A, and pick it 4 times. These are all down picks right now. We're not worried about up picking. We're just really just getting our basic coordination together. Now we have our 4th string, the D string. D. All right, next we have our 3rd string, G. 2nd string, B. And our 1st string, high E. Very nice. And you'll be seeing these types of chord charts a lot throughout your guitar playing. And basically, this is what we just did. We played our low E 4 times. We played A, D, G, B, and high E, right? So you'll be seeing these charts quite a bit though, because especially when we start doing chords, we're going to be using these charts to show where our fingers go and what our chord shape is. All right. So we got our string names together. Let's go ahead and play those again one more time just to really kind of get that happening a little bit more automatically. We've got low E, A, D, G, B, high E. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the left hand, and we're going to discuss frets in here too, because that's important. So when we're looking at our frets on the guitar, the frets are these metal pieces on the neck, and they go up the guitar neck. And basically, the open string is referred to as open or 0. But when you're looking at your frets, we call this fret 1, right? Then we have fret 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and fret 12, okay? On a lot of guitars, fret 12 is going to be marked by these double dots, which comes in handy, right? So, once again, fret numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they go on and so forth, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? And then we're out of frets. But don't fret, it's all good, right? So, now, when we play notes on the guitar, though, we're going to go ahead, and today we're working on learning the Guitar Player's National Anthem. This is the very beginning of it, and we'll get to kind of part 2 of this for our next lesson this week. We're going to go ahead and play our open string first. Yep, open G. So once again, that's the open string, 3rd string, open G. Then, your next note is going to be on the 3rd fret of that string, okay? And when you play notes with your left hand, you want to kind of have your thumb starting out in the middle of the neck, okay, in the middle of the neck. What we don't want to see is your thumb kind of creeping over the top right away, first thing, and we definitely don't want to see your thumb peeking out of the bottom, okay? So kind of keep your thumb in the middle of that neck, okay? And then your finger on your left hand, your first finger for this, is going to be coming down. You want to use the very tip of your finger. And then when we play that note, you want to be right behind the fret. So if we said fret 3, you're going to count up 1, 2, here's 3 frets, go right behind that fret, and that's where you want your finger to be. So go ahead and try playing that note on the G string. Okay, if you don't have sound out of that note yet, a couple of troubleshooting things that you can do is just trying to change your first finger position a little bit with how you're holding down the string, right, until you really get sound out of that string. You might be kind of on top of the fret. That might be muting your sound, so move it back behind the fret. We don't want to be too far back here necessarily. We want to be closer to the fret. As close to the fret as you can get without being on top of it. So go ahead and play that open G. Then play 3rd fret. Yeah, there we go. Do that again. Open G. 3rd fret. Alright, now the next note we've got is going to be on the 5th fret, which is right here. Now you can either play that, I'm going to give you an option because this is the first lesson, you can either play that with your first finger, or you can play it with your 2nd finger, okay? So we're going to have open G, 3rd fret, 5th fret, make sure you're right behind the fret, not on it. Okay, let's play those 3 notes in a row. Open G, 3, 5. Okay, now we're going to continue on. Open, 3. Now you're going to go to 6 this time. Then 5. Okay, so let's play that in order. So we have 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5. Try just that much again, together. 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5. Yep. And one of the trickiest things starting out might be really making sure you're picking that same string. I'm kind of resting my palm a little bit on my guitar. Some people start out by resting their fingers on the guitar. That's okay to do starting out. Eventually you'll kind of want to move away to having your fingers tucked in though. Then to finish out this song, we've got 0, 3, 5, 3, 0, open G. So let's play that all together, the whole thing, starting on open G. So we have open G, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Again, 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. One more time. 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0. Yeah, nice. And if that's not perfect right away, that's okay. You can practice it tomorrow too, right? And what you're going to want to do with guitar is just play a little bit each day, but that gets you started and learning your first song on the guitar, Smoke on the Water, which is pretty cool. That's a song that every guitar player should know. At the next lesson, we're going to kind of add the rest of the a little something to that. So you got that to look forward to next time. Just to kind of recap today, we did our string notes, our string note names, right? We got our low E, A, D, G, B, high E. You're going to want to memorize that, all right? You're going to want to really try to memorize the names of the strings because it's going to help you with your tuning and anything that you play in the future. We talked about right hand technique, left hand technique, using the tips of your fingers to play notes, how to hold the pick, where your thumb should be at, don't let it pop over the top or underneath, and we went ahead and learned our guitar player national anthem. So thank you all for joining us today. These are structured a little bit differently than how I teach my own private students in town. You know, a lot of times we focus a lot on note reading and stuff, and really with these lessons I just want to help you all start playing guitar soon and having fun with it, right? So we're focusing a little bit more on getting to playing chords right away, maybe some scales and things of that nature, with less of a focus on note reading, which you should definitely take some time to note read. And you know, if you're really enjoying guitar, I'd encourage you to find a local guitar teacher in your town to take lessons from in person too. So with that being said, I will see you next time, and we'll add the second note to Smoke on the Water. Enjoy playing guitar, and have a great day. Bye.